All right, first and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the fellow laborers pushing out this word, and all true faith and sincerity, shalom. All right, so I just want to get into a quick lesson, pretty much dealing with being engaged in this word, all right? Being on fire, man, pushing out this word. If you're in the spirit where God got to give you a pep talk about being on fire, then you're not a man of the Lord. And the word is not abiding in you, all right? Which the word, pursuing the Revelation, the 19th chapter, is Yahweh Shai, man, all right? Which is the oil. If you got the oil, then your lamps will be burning, man. And if the word is dwelling and abiding in you, then you going to be on fire. Matter of fact, I had a scripture queued up, but I want to get Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 29. Is not my word like as a fire, saith the Lord? Yeah, so if you got the word in you, then you're going to be on fire. Why? Because the word is fire, man. You're not going to come to a point where 24 hours go by in the day and you have not made mention of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in the prophecies, man. Now, there's exceptions where you got brothers that can't do a video daily, yet they still in the spirit, all right? Whether they watching videos or they might be meditating and praying, all right? But they on fire, all right? In opposed of a guy that's just bullshitting around for a week or two. That means the Most High is not dealing with you, man, all right? And like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. Yeah, so if you're a guy in the spirit where you're not on fire, then the Most High not dealing with you, man. Period, point blank. It would be best if you just stop what you're doing, drop what you're doing concerning this word, and just go back into the world full-fledged, man. All right? Because you got men that actually is sitting in the council of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You got guys that's sitting around listening to the breakdowns coming out by way of Apostle Taha or Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlad. I mean, through the spirit, all right? And they sitting them in the midst of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, yet is not resonating with them, all right? Meaning they not a man of the Lord, all right? This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. Yes, so the Lord know your works, man. All right? The Lord see you guys that's straddling the fence. All right? I would thou were cold or hot. Yeah, so Yahweh Shai is saying he rather you would be on fire or just out of here, man. All the way in or all the way out. Because you got guys that's cold, that's not dealing with this truth at all, yet they're going to be beaten with lesser stripes than a guy that's sitting in the midst of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and they lukewarm, man, all right? It's like a job site. You grow irritated with a guy that's not doing the work, man, all right? Verse 16, so then because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth, right? And when you go in the spew, that means to vomit, man, which vomit or throwing up is a violent act, all right? So we seen guys get hit by 18-wheelers, you know, get shot, fall off of buildings, all type of shit, which was violent ways. The Most High got these niggas for being lukewarm, man, all right? Because you got guys that was on fire, they was in the truth, and then they got offended and went back in the world and they did a couple of videos here and there. Look, the Most High get rid of you for that, all right? Which, this video is not a pep talk, man. This is not a video to try to get a guy on the right path either, man. Let me clearly clarify that, all right? Because we're in the time where if you're not on fire, then the word is not with you, man. Because we just read in Jeremiah 23 and 29 where the words of the Lord is like a fire, all right? And if you possess that word, you on fire, all right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, and starting at verse 9. Salakia. I think that's Ecclesiasticus, Salaki. Ecclesiastes, Salaki. This Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and starting at verse 9. Yeah, that's right. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Yeah, and this is dealing with being on fire, man. All right? Another way of being on fire is fellowshipping, man. All right? Because if you're a brother that's constantly reaching out to another brother, then the spirit gonna have it where you're gonna be on fire. You're gonna be talking about the scriptures. All right? I was just talking to a brother, all right, from Atlanta, from the Atlanta camp, you know, and we was straight in the spirit, all right? We was on fire within that 15, 20-minute conversation we had on the phone, all right? So there's ways to be on fire, which, again, I say, you can't strategically make yourself a man of the Lord. Neither can you not make yourself a man of the Lord, all right? Like Jonah, all right? Jonah tried to go against the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, but he was a man of the Lord. So he had to go do what the Most High ordained him to do, all right? Jeremiah, he made an excuse. He said, look, I'm too young. Moses made an excuse, man, not to be a man of the Lord. But you got guys on the flip side that try to make themselves men of the Lord. Look, unless the word is dwelling in you, man, you're going to be either cold or lukewarm. Because if the word is in you, then you on fire, man. You don't need no motivation from nobody, all right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20 and verse 9. Then I said, I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. Yeah, which is an example of a man of the Lord trying not to make himself a man of the Lord. But his word was in mine heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary and with forbearing, and I could not stay. Yeah, so Jeremiah, in his own mind, tried to separate himself from being a man of the Lord. He said, look, I will not make mention of the Lord. But the fire was in him, man. All right? Which lines up with Luke chapter 12 and verse 35. Let your loins be girded about and your lamps and your lights burning, Salakia, and your lights burning, man. All right? Which Jeremiah's lamp was burning. That's why he said, you know, that fire was shut up in his heart, man. The fire was in his bones. We the lamps. And if your lamp is on, that means the oil and the fire is burning within you, man. All right, verse 36. And ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, they may open unto him immediately. Yeah, so really when you go into that, all right, there's a lot of understanding behind those words. If you waiting on, let's just say you're a woman and you waiting on your man to come home, you know, or vice versa. You're a man and you waiting on your woman to get, or your kids to get to the door. What happens? You had a porch light on. You had the lights on, man. All right? You turn the lights off, you're subject to fall asleep. When the lights are on, you alert, man. So if a guy out there not on fire, he's not watching for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Period. All right? This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. Yeah, and we're in those times, all right? We're in the times where we devouring our enemies by way of this fire. The enemies is the so-called white man, in particular the elites, all right? We devouring them, man. We not picking up arms, all right? Or, you know, got a standing military, man. No, we devouring our enemies with this fire, man, that's proceeding forth out of our mouth. And the only way this fire can come out of our mouth, it has to be within us, all right? And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed, all right? So it's simple, man. If you're not pushing this word and being diligent, all right, here it is, 2 weeks going by, and you ain't making mention of the Lord. Come on, man. You don't have the fire in you. Isaiah 62:6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. Yeah, and that's right. So you're not going to be able to keep silent, because when you read the scripture, this is a commandment, man. All right? This is not the Lord saying something you could do whatever you want to do after that. No, this is a commandment. All right? So the true men that make mention of the Lord, they not going to keep silent. Why? Because it was written in the scriptures. All right? It's not like the Lord threw that out there and you could do what you want after that. No, this is a commandment. Just like the Lord said, let there be light, and it was light. Well, guess what? He said, let the true men keep not silent. So all the men you see around the landscape of Israel that's diligently pushing out this word, that's because they line up with this scripture. They written in the book of life, man. All right? So, yeah, I hope this video was edifying. Until the next time I say shalom.